Wow. Good afternoon, good morning, good night, breadheads. How are we doing today?
Hello, breadheads. Welcome to the 200th episode of Think Fresh Podcast.
Stink fresh, 200 episodes in, and we finally upgraded our gear. I'm hoping that you breadies can hear this amazing audio quality right now. We just, blew the fucking company budget on this new laptop here and an 8-pack of Budweisers, and we're bringing you this HD level episode finally 2 years in.
We wouldn't be white guys if we didn't talk to you a little bit about the tech specs right now. We've got the M1 chip on the MacBook. That's what's recording this episode. We're also in our own private co-working space that our Anchor Bag was able to...
Private co-working is such a funny oxymoron because anyone can open the door into this recording session right now. But currently it's Friday night and we got the whole place to ourselves, baby.
Yeah. We were able to afford all this because we drink a thrifty beer. That's right. Budweiser 8-pack. Quick crack.
Shit,
Happy Friday, Eric.
Happy Friday.
Oh, shit.
Thank you.
Got reason to celebrate, baby. 200 inches
Wow,
of Thinking
thank you.
Fresh. Wow.
Ty, that's pretty impressive. Who knew that 200 episodes later, we would be finally upgrading our machine? I would be calling a computer a machine.
I would too.
And yeah, we still have somehow things to talk about regarding the subway, but it's getting really difficult at this point. What do you think?
Yeah, we're definitely running out of topics, but somehow, much like the last 3 bites of the footlong, I've been able to power through, find a way. The human psyche and the human body are both incredible, and the stamina that we've had to maintain to keep this podcast running over 200 episodes, 2.5 years of podcasting.
Wow, dude.
Absurd.
Absolutely absurd. Just like a footlong tie, all the sauce is pooling at the end, and that's what this podcast is. We're just looking for that sauce. We're searching for the sauce at the end of the tunnel.
Hunt for the hot sauce. Yeah. Dude, our podcasting time frame is actually probably longer than the median employment of the average sandwich artist. I don't think the average sandwich artist lasts more than 6 inches or 6 months. Sorry.
You must be hungry.
Yeah, dude, always.
I think you're right. And they always say, try to get a year at a job before you quit. That way it doesn't look suspicious on your resume. But there's nothing more suspicious on a resume than podcast host.
Or sandwich artist.
Or sandwich artist. Yeah,
Both
that's right.
industries have a high degree of burnout. In the sandwich artist case, there's a high degree of toast out. So if you are on a hiring panel, if you see a sandwich artist, ex-artist walk through the doors, give them a little slack if they only got 4 or 5 months of experience on that resume. Toast out is real.
Toast out is real. And what are we going to do now, Ty? I mean, we got 200 episodes in the bag, in the takeout bag. And I mean, do we pivot? Do we pivot to a different fast food restaurant? Do we start talking about, technology? Do we start reviewing sandwiches? What do we do now?
It's a really good question, Eric. I feel like 200 episodes is such a natural end point. It's an end cap on a marathon of podcasting. And I feel really, really torn up about what to do next. One half of my brain long is thinking we should sunset this beautiful project because we're at such a natural ending. 200 episodes, baby. But the other 6 inches of my brain are thinking about how much I love doing this with you, how this has brought us together, how fun it is to talk to the breadheads, to our footlong family all across the globe. I don't know what they would do without us. I don't know what I would do without this. I'd be a broken man.
Yeah, probably something horrible. That's what they would do. So you heard it here first, folks. 1 like, and we will keep going with this podcast.
That's all we need. Heart it on Spotify.
If we can get one more review on Apple Podcasts, we will continue with this show. The show must go on, Ty.
Because we blew the annual budget on this co-working space and M1 chip. I also think we should entertain putting our NFT back up for sale.
I like that.
It's been sitting in a cold crypto wallet for the last 7 months. But if you're a breadhead listening to this and you want to be a part of Think Fresh history, go check out the Hot Trash NFT that we've created. It's our podcast album artwork.
Link in the description.
Link in description. And put your best offer out there, whatever ether you want to blow right now. And you could be single-handedly responsible for keeping this podcast running.
With one small donation of 12 inches, you could keep this podcast rolling, guys.
And if you don't have any money in your wallet, but you feel passionate, go sign the petition that's linked in our bio as well. We want to bring back the falafel sandwich. We've been advocating for this for quite some time. We are speaking for the unspoken. We are finding a voice where there never was one. We want to fill every voice with a mouthful of falafel sandwich. We want to bring that footlong back on the menu.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Ty, due to Subway's dark history, there were actually a lot of voices, young ones, that went unheard, Ty, and their mouths were being filled, but but not by 12 inches, Ty. Something much less. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, an unfortunate 4-incher.
Exactly, a mighty melt of sorts.
Yeah, damn, I'm mighty melting at that joke, but. Yeah, so 200 episodes is quite the place to be in. Things are going good for us, though, Eric. We have this new studio. We're recording IRL. We were just recently, Think Fresh was, I think the breadheads would love to know that Think Fresh was solicited to participate in a video the other day. Face for podcasting? Don't think so.
That's true. You won't be able to find this video anywhere online because it is secret.
But I can tell you that it's going to be used to inspire other young art types like us to enter the fashion and entertainment industries.
Let's keep it at that.
Yeah, because you know what? Like, we talk about toasting a lot, but we also talk a lot about chrome hearts, and I think that dichotomy is what attracted this videography company to working with us.
Yeah, we were basically asked to have a fake meeting of sorts. There were 4 of us seated at a table, and we had a bunch of notebooks and this very laptop out, and we were talking about, all kinds of random stuff because we just had to pretend like we were working. So we ended up talking about big beer versus craft beer, Carbone being the restaurant representation of New York, whereas Cactus Club is Vancouver. It was a missed opportunity, now that I think about it, to talk to our other co-hosts of Subway. Yeah,
we actually probably should have addressed the elephant in the room, or I guess like the roast chicken in the room, which is, what's your favorite Subway order? The poultry, yeah. But that's okay. You live and you learn.
Exactly. Oh, man. Ty, I had Mexican food twice in a row.
I've been on in your life?
Like, since we last spoke.
Oh, wow. Damn.
It's something that I want to, just come out with.
No, you...
whenever I order food, Ty, I order Mexican food. That day in the office that we are talking about right now, I had enchiladas for lunch.
I watched you eat that enchilada.
You saw me gobble them down.
Munch, munch.
Munch, munch. I was a real munch that day.
It was about an 8-inch long enchilada, if you're trying to visualize it.
Exactly. Covered in some nice light red sauce.
Rosé.
Beautiful. I love when people call tomato sauce rosé sauce.
Me too. I like rosé sauces on my pasta a little bit more than your trad marinara. So sometimes I'll you might scrutinize me for this, but I'll sometimes throw a splash of oat milk in my marinara sauce just to cream it up a bit, get that, lighten the color.
I love that. I mean, dairy's not out of your dietary window, is it?
No. Dairy, I'm pro dairy.
I know you.
I'm a dairy daddy.
But you just don't like to throw a hunk of butter in there. You just want to open the Califia oat milk and dump like $3 worth in there.
My real problem with milk from the teat of a cow, Eric, is that it comes in too big of quantities. Nobody should have 4 fucking liters of
That's not true.
cow breast milk in their fridge.
That is simply cow slander, Ty, and I'm a cow apologist, and, and I won't be standing for this. You can get a 1 liter. You can get any size. You can get a milk-to-go bottle if you want. Subway carries those.
Dude, I'm not a cow denier. I'm not suggesting that 4 liters doesn't exist. I'm suggesting that it should not exist. And the reason for that is because I don't think that any fluid should exist more than 12 ounces. This can of Budweiser that I'm drinking, Eric, this is as big as fluid should get in a single container.
355 milliliters. Well, you have 8 of them in your backpack.
Yeah. But
so you're just creating more waste now. If we had a pitcher,
which we should.
Have. Like, let's just call it what it is, Ty.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the argument is foolproof right there.
Well, we are in a share type situation, so I'm not consuming an entire pitcher on my own, although I could if I wanted to. Don't get me wrong.
Don't test him. He can consume 12 inches and 12 ounces. It doesn't matter.
Okay, so maybe the pitcher's fine, and maybe the milk jug's fine. I guess maybe where my real challenge is about the size of the fluid bearing vessel that I actually pick up. I don't want to pick up the 4 liter milk jug if I don't have to.
You don't like how the liquid is like part of the handle? Like
Oh,
how it's like in the handle?
Yeah,
You don't like that part?
That's kind of weird, right? A little snake in my hands.
But if you think about it, that's like perfect design. The fact that the handle is made of more liquid carrying area, like that's so genius actually.
It's kind of funny if you think about it. It's like, oh, to pick up the milk, you need to grab the milk.
Exactly.
Like, oh, I see you're holding the milk.
Yeah. It's like if it was a normal handle like a mug, that would be wasted space, Ty. But the fact that the milk can go inside the handle means that no volume goes unwasted.
Damn. So is the fact that my like English breakfast tea doesn't fluidly like slime through the handle of my coffee mug the failure of modern ceramics?
Yes. It's every like artsy chick who like takes up ceramics doesn't understand that you can make that like fillable.
Yeah, top it up. But it is harder to, like, the challenge with that though is you're not reusing the milk jug. Well, maybe you are. I would love to hear how if you are. But you are reusing the mug that you made at ceramics class.
But have you ever heard of like, I think there's a Canadian stereotype that milk comes in a bag. Have you heard of that one?
I've seen
You've
it.
probably seen it. You
I've
come
seen
from
it.
a small town.
It's not a small town thing. It's an East Coast thing.
East Coast thing.
In Toronto, they'll have it at a gas station.
Really? So you just go, it's kind of like how they have the freezer outside with all the ice. You just got like bags of milk.
Bags of milk. It'll be like next to the Gatorade at a 7-Eleven.
Holy shit.
It's so weird.
And
And you
why
pick
is
it up and it's like, I love to give it a spank. Like, it's like,
Oh, yeah. I like that too because it reminds me of like boxed wine. It's like, you think boxed wine's all funny, right? It's like, it's because it's in a box. And then you open the box, like, it's in a bag.
surprise. It's wild how many different like vessels there are for carrying wine now. Like wine comes in a can now. Why did they need to introduce the can? They already had the box, the bag, and the bottle.
The Triple B, Big Baller brand.
Big baller brand, yeah.
I like the canned wine. I like all canned beverages, Ty. As you know, this is a frat house, and I love any canned like cocktail because it removes the mixologist from the equation. Like I don't want to see a mixologist in my life. If I'm in a world where there's a person mixing my drink for me, they have to be wearing a suit and making me a martini.
Yep.
But if it's a margarita, like just serve it to me like from the tap. It does not matter to me.
Yo, I totally get that. And any breadheads that's been following us for 200 episodes surely knows that we are a mixologist persecution podcast. It's an industry that needs to die quickly and die harshly.
Yeah, I'm a can accelerationist.
You know what, though? The sandwich artist is a mixologist of sorts because when they pick up that Southwest sauce, they give her a little 1-2 shake before they squirt it. And they are... And not only are they participating in the forearm activities of your basic bartender, but they're also combining different fluids. They get a little ranch in there, perhaps some barbecue, maybe a little bit of the tangy sweet onion. And to me, that's a mixologist.
You're right. Damn.
Can't dumb it down anymore.
You're absolutely right. They are. I mean, mixologists are drink artists.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a shame that they have this like title, and it's like people look up to them. Like, why do people look up to people who mix drinks and not mix sandwiches?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's funny how like as soon as you get into transitional food types, the art disappears. Like Subway has been celebrated for protecting that, but if you think about it, on like the full fluid side, we have mixology, and on the full culinary side, we have these like executive chefs that get Michelin stars and random. But like in the like, is it food or is it fluid category? There's so much ground to be covered. Like, have you ever heard of an all-star soup maker? Like, it's only Nona. Like, that's where it ends. Yeah. And surely that's not the ceiling of soup or stew or sauce or any other fluid that falls both into, or sorry, any other consumable that falls both into a fluid and food category.
I see what you're saying.
Like, where's the sauce boss? Who's the sauce boss?
You're right. Who is the sauce boss?
Who is the sauce boss?
Well, in my eyes, the sauce boss is the shawarma restaurant guy who asked me, hot sauce boss? And I say yes. He's the sauce boss to me.
Hot sauce boss.
Yeah. I love a little like takeout food with some light misogyny. It's always a fun mix. Because then whenever there's a woman in line with me, he's always like, what you want, lady?
That's really funny.
Yeah.
The shawarma guy will always gender you.
Yes.
Yeah.
The shawarma guy is the last honest person on earth. He's the one who calls it like he sees, and he has the wife in the back doing the back of house work.
Yeah, I walk into a shawarma place and he's like, "What do you want, little man?" Okay.
Dude, they call it like they see it, man. There's something nice about that.
Yeah, it's almost like you need 20/20 vision to work in a shawarma shop, because they need to be able to look you up and down and then make a critical decision about how they're going to address you.
Yeah, exactly, because they need to know if you're going to like put their business at risk, because they're probably like cutting some legal corners, and they're probably not cleaning everything on their tax. They probably stole the TV that's in there. So anything that makes you look like a narc is going to be like immediately flagged to them.
Oh yeah, never wear a polo shirt into a shawarma shop.
Exactly.
Like, don't get a haircut and then immediately go to shawarma. These things are tells.
Don't bring a Starbucks cup in there, because if you're carrying a latte, like you're definitely the op.
Right. We don't talk to the ops.
Exactly.
Interesting. Yeah.
Interesting.
So in that way, shawarma shops are kind of the most real place. Like they're almost like little mini mafias.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so. They all serve the same product. You know what I mean? Got me raving about the latest product.
Damn. I kind of wish that Subway sandwich artists, or like your Subway franchise, had this kind of like Sopranos-esque crime ring sensation when you walked in, where you didn't feel like you were supposed to be there, but you felt like they were all kind of like, they know more about you than you know?
Yeah, they know more than they are supposed to.
Like, I feel like they know less than they're supposed to. That's my general takeaway, and that sucks.
That does suck, Ty. I just looked down at my shoes during this recording, Ty. Did you notice I'm wearing some new Nikes?
I didn't notice. These are cool.
Thank you.
They're very reflective.
They're pretty reflective. You won't find these in any store or on the site.
Oh, did you have to sign up for a sneaker drop for these?
I know. I'm in my late 20s. I don't do sneaker drops anymore.
Okay, so what are these and how did you cop?
I giggled to myself about 30 seconds ago because I consulted a shoe artist to create these for me.
Oh, did you use the online Nike footwear builder?
Exactly. I use the footwear builder. Is really funny.
Damn.
Because it's kind of like a Bob the Builder offshoot. But yeah, you're right. I did go to the Subway of shoes, Nike.
Wow.
And I created them from scratch, Ty. And I only changed one thing.
Cool. So wait, what do you mean you only changed one thing?
There's like colorways that exist on the website.
Yeah.
And I took a base template and I changed one thing. Can you pick out what that is?
I'm going to take a quick gander at Eric's shoes, and it's pretty hard to say because I'm not really familiar with the defaults at Nike. I am familiar with like the defaults at Subway, the Supreme Meats, and whatever.
Herbs and cheese.
But here it's hard to say. I'm going to say the laces, Eric. Your laces have a really reflective quality, and they don't look like something that someone would try to sell you on purpose. So, am I correct? Was it the laces?
No, you are incorrect, Ty.
Huh.
It's the swoosh itself, Ty. It's the herbs of the cheese.
Wow. The swoosh.
I got the swoosh custom.
Did you make the logo bigger?
No, it's white.
You made the logo. Was it a black on black before?
It's all black.
Okay, so we're looking at a black sneaker with a white logo, and everything has a tint of reflectiveness to it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I actually had no idea it was gonna be reflective, but when I received it, I said, you know what? Let's rock it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's good to have a high vis outfit when you're roaming the streets on Demon Time. These are cool, Eric.
Thanks, Ty.
So, when you're what is the like process of building a sneaker on Nike.com/CA?
It's almost exactly like building a sandwich.
Yeah.
Except you have the ultimate flexibility of editing anything at any time. So
you can go back and take your meat off and add a different meat.
Exactly.
Cool.
With no waste. You can go in, make your whole shoe. Shoe, and then shoeage. God damn it.
Damn.
And yeah, you can do everything you want, but I don't want to bore you with all the details, Ty. It's just a shoe.
So when you open up the shoemaking site, do they just hit you with a question right away, like toe and heel?
Yeah, laces.
Yeah. Wow.
Pretty much, Ty. Yeah, it took over a month
to build it or to get it shipped to you.
From click to collect.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Thank you.
It's funny that like there's two types of commerce that exist today. There's I want something completely custom and I want it whenever it's made. Mm-hmm. And then there's I want something immediately and I want to remove all barriers of entry. Like in the case of Subway, they're optimizing for customizability and they're compromising efficiency as a byproduct. Mm-hmm. But I'd imagine that there is the potential for a Subway concept that optimizes efficiency in favor of freedom, I guess.
But isn't that what the refresh retard menu is for?
Kind of.
It's like, I want the number 12. Like, I don't want to think about it anymore. Because, people who are hardworking types start at 3 a.m. and at noon, they got to go to lunch, which is actually their dinner.
Yeah.
And they say, I don't fucking want to make 18 more decisions here. I want to make one.
That's true. But the challenge is they don't get the opportunity to opt out of the decisions. They just know what their answers are. They're still going to ask you what cheese, what vegetables.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you point up to the menu and say, I'll have a number 69. But I was reading this Business Insider article the other day, Eric, about Subway sandwiches, and they said they're testing on some college campuses this new concept. It's a Subway vending machine that uses artificial intelligence to recommend you a sandwich.
Now we're cooking with gas.
Yeah,
Go on that.
This is about as efficient as it gets because there's still an aspect of personalization that's happening, but it's happening with a preset piece of inventory. So they make maybe they have 40 sandwiches in the vending machine. They're all different. You walk up, you talk to the machine reads your voice, asks you some questions. I don't know what kind of questions a vending machine would ask a human. Maybe it's about like your sexual promiscuity, or maybe it's about
body count,
your total comp, your haircut. I don't know. But based off of the information you provide it, then it will suggest you one of the available sandwiches. Quick discourse throws you a sandwich through the vending machine and you're on your way. Doesn't get much more efficient and personalized than that. I think they've solved for both camps.
That is pretty smart, Ty. AI is the future. I don't want to I want my entire sandwich to be personalized for me. I don't even want to think about like ham or turkey. I just want them to know that I'm a pig poppy. Okay, give me that ham. You know what I'm saying? Give me the salami. Cure it if possible. And that's it. I get the same thing every single time anyway. And they know I know what my ideal sandwich is, and I know what I want to be experimental, and I want to be able to opt into experimentation.
Totally.
Or just, go default. And my default is different than your default.
Absolutely. Like, I'm a soy boy who's inspired by novelty. And if a vending machine just heard that, then they could probably do the rest of the work. And
there's not that many options. Like, yes, there are technically millions. But really, like, you're going to get lettuce, Ty. You're going to get...
I'm going to get lettuce.
You're not going to get any meats. That cuts it down to, like, 4,000 options.
400,000.
Right?
Yeah.
And you're going to get 3 sauces. So that eliminates the possibility of there being more than 3 sauces or less than 3 sauces.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, now we're down to, like, 200 options. And then what? Okay, yeah, already that I like Southwest, sweet onion.
Mm-hmm.
I can hard code those. Right? That brings me down to 12 options.
Mm-hmm.
Out of those 12, and take any. They're all probably good.
Yeah, that's a good point. It is, AI really is just process of elimination.
Exactly. You gotta, like Rick Rubin said, you gotta bring it down to 2 options, and then you gotta just pick one.
And in a weird way, like with this type of commerce, the formality of purchasing isn't the problem. It's the decision making that's the problem.
Yeah.
We're optimizing for efficiency in this case. Like, when I was in Seattle last weekend, I went to an Amazon Fresh, which is the grocery store concept that you just walk in, walk out, no payment.
How's Amazon Go?
They've rebranded now. It's now Amazon Fresh.
Oh, that's way better.
It's pretty funny, right? So if you want to think fresh and shop fresh,
wow,
I got the store for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would
What a
love to
weird
shop fresh. I was in San Francisco and I saw an Amazon Go. I guess they, much like when a company changes their logo, they don't update it everywhere at the same time. So I guess it was just outdated, but I was tempted to go in. I feel like there's like a login screen when at the front door or something.
Yeah,
how do you
I'll walk you through that. So all you have to do is have the Amazon app on your phone, and then you just like tap it as you go in.
You already lost me.
Yeah, dude.
Apps?
Fuck apps. Yeah. Websites are back.
The only app on my phone is Anchor.
Hell yeah. Me, I don't even use websites. You know what I do? I phone them.
You phone who?
Anybody I need to conduct business with.
You phone Zuck. You're like, oh, where did my GF go last night?
Yeah, I say, can you update my timeline?
That sounds like some American Express concierge level service, and you already know I'm down to flex status whenever possible. I recently had them make some reservations for me.
Perfect. That is what this wealth class is all about, Eric. I mean, do you think that anybody with a blue check on Instagram is writing their own captions? No, they got somebody on Fiverr doing that for them.
Yeah, you're right. Only Elon, you know what I mean? But he has a platinum check.
And like, look how that worked out for him.
Exactly. Yeah. Dumpster fire. That's at least the going narrative, but I'd like to cut him some slack. I think he's doing a great job. I think fire the losers who tweet about you badly. I like that. I like that energy. I also like him cutting the fat. Get rid of all these fucking dorks who don't do shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. No more free lunches. Nothing's free in this life, baby.
Hell yeah, no coasting.
Exactly. It sounds like the best boss possible, actually.
Someone who really pushes you to do your best work.
Exactly. I don't want to be like coddled like a little baby foot long, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I don't want to be wrapped up in little paper. Damn, I want to be squeezed by the hands of a gloved up artist. I want to be toasted.
I want to be pinched by a dull knife.
Yeah, exactly. And Elon is the dull knife of CEOs.
Absolutely.
Wow.
But,
yeah, dude, this Amazon Fresh experience was exactly what you would expect. You walk in, you still have the formality of decisions. You still have a paper shopping list. Ironically,
but you have a paper shopping list?
Well, sometimes. You ever write down your grocery list on a piece of paper? There's something really
old world about that.
Yeah, it's charming.
It kind of it makes you okay. Well, it's actually a question. Do you think you are more likely to impulse buy something if it's written down on paper or digital? Because digital, you can edit easier. Like, you're not going to bring the pencil with you.
You don't bring the pen, no.
You're just going to have the list of things.
It's an indoor pen.
But that lack of editing might make you want to, buy something more. Because you're like, oh, it's not on the list, but that doesn't mean I can't get it.
Yeah. So I find in the times that I have used the paper and pen strategy for grocery shopping, it leads to a stricter experience in the store. I don't find I'm deviating as much,
okay.
which is maybe bad for the palate, good for the wallet.
Just palate and wallet are very similar words. So good job on that.
Thank you. At Subway, the wallet and the palate are always at odds with each other. Your palate wants that brown guac. Your wallet doesn't think it's worth the money.
Dude, I got some bad brown guac in the mail yesterday. And by
Oh, dude, don't open that. What the hell?
and by mail, I meant Uber Eats.
Oh, no.
But yeah, I ordered like an $11 guac and chip combo from Cursed Tacofino.
Wow.
The original
Dude.
Mexican restaurant.
This is on you, dude. You shouldn't be ordering chips and guac online.
I've done it before, and it's worked surprisingly well. I feel like they scrape it quickly before they send it out. But clearly this guac skipped QA and went straight to my door, and it was pretty brown. Bae didn't seem to care, but the princess I am, I just took the spoon, scraped it off, threw that out, and continued to eat it. But
Glop.
glop.
I love to think about any restaurant order as ordering food online. It kind of like dumbs it down to the magic of it that you can get guacamole online.
Yeah. I had this like restaurant concept where like the logo of the restaurant would be a QR code.
Cool.
And it's like there's no name of the restaurant, it's just the QR code. That's the only like brand artifact that exists. And it's like front and center in the restaurant, like above the bar, and you like sit down and like that's the menu.
That's the name of it.
It's the menu, exactly. So
Damn. You're kind of claiming IP on QR codes in general.
but only that QR code.
Yeah.
Like you
Specifically
can't,
that one.
yeah. So otherwise I'd name it, TF code. You know what I mean?
Wow. Yeah. Hell yeah. TF code.
Yeah, but it's just like a sandwich, and you scan the sandwich. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool. I've been noticing lately when I Google things, Google says to me, "Hey, do you want to scan something?" And then, like, they'll just prompt me with that. Are you sure you don't want to scan it instead of typing it?
Dude, the AI is like... fucking, like, robots are trying to take over your life, dude. They're like, are you sure you don't want to, like, give us more power?
Kind of. They're like, maybe you should just take a picture of what you're doing right now.
Yeah, don't just go ahead and enable your camera and microphone?
Yeah, it's like, oh, man, I'm on the toilet. But, yeah, it makes me think about that, like, there's such a... I don't know, dichotomy there. I don't really want to provide that information to Google, but I also want them to make my life easier.
That's true. As far as I'm concerned, take my information. Like, I want to be owned by a corporation so much that I don't have to ever make any decisions ever again.
It kind of depends on the corporation, though. You don't want to accidentally be like owned by Wayfair.
It's the highest bidder.
Yeah, whoever
is willing to buy my contacts app or my address, take it. If you can somehow provide me value in exchange for measly information, go for it. Information's not tangible. You can't take it and eat it.
No, not like you can like a Crunchwrap Supreme.
Exactly. Or a footlong.
Footlong. I forgot which podcast this was.
Whoopsies. Ay, Dios mío.
Taco Bell podcast slip.
Oh, fuck.
I get that, Eric. I don't mean to make this a tech podcast, but our tokenized future, thanks to the blockchain, will enable us to then sell our data to the highest bidder, in theory. But the little guy never wins.
I'm not the little guy. You might consider yourself a little guy.
That's what the shawarma guy calls me. Fuck.
Well,
his words really cut deep.
That's true. Clearly, he's traumatized you.
Cut deep into my meat and his.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I look like a narc when I go in there with my shaved head and my racer sunglasses. But it doesn't matter because I tip him well, and he lets me bring my road bike in the shop because I'm scared to leave it outside.
Yeah, that's not very narc-like. Because that would be police property if you were.
That would be an expense. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. They're not thinking about that.
Yeah, you're right. I learned that there's narcs among us, obviously. And there's narcs that their entire job is to go to mom and pop owned businesses, ask for alcohol, and fine them if they give it to somebody who's underage.
Right.
My friend actually used to do this. He's no
really?
longer my friend.
You have someone on the inside
Yeah.
spoiling it for the youth.
Yeah. No longer my friend, for obvious reasons. But he gave me this little anecdote that stuck with me. You're not allowed to lie about your age. You can't ever lie during this process.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't trick the company into giving you a free, or not a free, but like giving you a beer if you're underage. Like, you have to always be upfront. If they ask you your age directly, you can't lie and say you're over 19 or over 21.
Mm-hmm.
So then my new strategy for going to restaurants, and if I ever get ID and I don't have my ID, I say, oh, don't worry, I'm of age.
Right.
Surprisingly never works.
You know what, though? Weird story. Last time I was in Newport Beach, I tried to go to a tiki bar / comedy show.
Newport Beach. Is that in Los Angeles
South
area?
Los Angeles area,
Okay.
yeah. It's just like the fringe of Orange County.
Right.
Yes. Tiki bar / comedy show. I'm in line to get in. I already got pre-purchased the tickets. We're approaching the end of the line, and LP next to me says, "Ah, shit, forgot my ID." I'm like, oh no, they're checking ID. We're not going to get in because we both are baby-faced little cuties. And then we're like, well, let's just talk to the guy. Let's just negotiate, because there's always a negotiation option, right?
Yeah.
I have a few Benjamins in my wallet. We can make some magic happen.
I like the sound of that. Blue Benjamins always make the day go by.
They make
easier.
everyone's day. Yeah. So we get up to the front of the line, and LP says, "Sorry, sir, no ID." I hand mine over right away. And he says, "That's okay. Just look me in the eye and answer this one question. Are you over 21? And she says, yes, I am, but I just forgot. He's like, then he cuts her off. He says, no. Yes or no? Are you over 21?
Oh, shit.
And she's like, I'm 29. And then he says, no. Are you over 21? And she says, and she just like, yeah, she looks so frazzled now. And she says, yes. And he says, come on in.
Oh.
I know. And then as we're walking away, he says, a police officer could never say that. Wild, right? So that was how we learned the rule.
It's one rule that everyone needs to know.
Everyone needs to know, yeah.
There's a good chance you'll come across a Karen who doesn't understand this simple fact of life. Clearly, they'd never been audited. But yeah, as soon as you get, in that situation where you have to be on your legal P's and Q's, you end up, learning a lot. So congrats to LP, man. That's awesome.
Dude, we navigated that successfully. So now in any situation, you don't need ID. You don't need to bring any type of identification.
Dude, ID is useless.
I'm
here.
Your word is more powerful than that piece of plastic.
ID is so stupid. Like, who are you IDing? I'm standing in front of you.
You're looking at like a picture of you. Like, dude, you got the real thing right here.
I need some photo ID. It's like, dude, I'm the photo. Do you realize what they took the photo of?
It's pretty silly, isn't it?
It's fucking crazy. I'm standing in front of you, dumbass.
Yeah, like just look me in the eye.
Yeah, and then when they ask for 2 pieces, it's like, oh, like you really want to see the Amex Platinum? I get it.
I get it. Yeah.
You really want to see a black card? I know.
You just want to see how much I'm packing in the Bottega wallet.
Exactly. What if that whole thing was just, I want to see what kind of wallet you have, and then I can judge everything based on that.
Honestly, like, so you know how okay, I keep my wallet thin, right? I like.
don't tell me one of those like minimalist wallets that are like made of metal.
No, I don't have like a narcotically thin wallet. I like my wallet like I like my women, Eric. Just
leathery and thick.
No. Just in shape, and like
hourglass figure.
The right amount of substance. And that's what my wallet is. It's got 7 cards in it. It's a thicker leather.
7 cards.
Yeah.
Holy.
Is that a lot?
How many of those are for purchase power?
I have two cards that can perform purchases, 2 pieces of identification, 2 pieces of material for entering and exiting co-working spaces.
Ah, yes. I share those 2 as well.
And a transit card, which I save for emergencies where I drink too many Budweisers and need to get home. Sometimes the Uber has got like the surge going,
Yeah. My strategy has been to offload all of my non-brand propelling cards to my Apple Pay,
Mm-hmm.
and then all cards that look good in person are in the wallet. So the Amex, the Visa, all the cash, ID. Those are in the wallet. Everything else is in the phone.
Yeah, I totally get that. But as a risk mitigation method, sometimes I'll pack them around. But what I realize is that the thicker your wallet, the less likely you'll get ID'd at a bar. Like if you pull out of like, some dudes who like sit slanted because their wallet is like a 6-inch sub thick.
Yeah.
And then they pull that out to like plop it on the counter. Like bartender ain't IDing that guy. That's years of accumulation of garbage in there. Like he has to be at least 40.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. I mean, you could be right, or it could be said that this person just has bad credit.
It is almost a universal also red flag of bad credit.
Yeah, this guy clearly does not know
Life's not together.
how to pay his bills. There it is.
Yeah, if you can't keep shit out of your wallet, you're probably not keeping a good tab on your bank account either.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the Amex Platinum tie is doing damage in my GoYard wallet.
Mm-hmm.
The hard edges, there's no flexibility with the Amex Plat.
Yeah. And your butt's curvy.
And my butt is curvy. So it's not flexing to the shape of the wallet. You know how it kind of expands outward? What was this Frank Ocean line about this? He's like, something bend my Visa.
Oh.
And he's like,
a Visa and MasterCard.
Visa and MasterCard. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like,
Bend my
pocket's
Visa.
full.
Bend
I
my
can hold my
Visa.
7. They
Bend my Visa. My Amex
and
and MasterCard. I got new money. And it's all cash. We don't have to keep going.
Exactly. So,
But
yeah.
why does he talk about the Delta gift cards? I rubber band a $1,000 Delta gift card. I don't know why he's so into like such a like
pedestrian airline.
Exactly, literally the words out of my mouth, Eric.
You never witnessed the Delta Suites tie?
No.
That's the first class product from Delta Airlines.
Okay, there's no ceiling to the Delta offering.
Yeah, exactly. It's like every brand. It's like you think you have a nice car because it's a Mercedes, but they also make the A class. You know what I mean? it's the pedestrian version. It's like, I have the same
baby.
Yeah, I have the same brand of car as Drake.
Yeah.
But it's like 1/30th of the price.
This is the craziest thing about the 21st century. I think about it all the time, which is that you can buy anything for any price. And
sorry, what?
You can buy anything for anything.
This is news to me.
Yeah, pick a thing, and there's a low end and a high end version of it. And the low end goes infinitely low, and zero, and the high end goes infinitely high.
Yeah, if you can't buy it for free, then there's a chance that like TELUS will give it to you for free.
Yeah. Yes.
You sign up for a TV package and you'll get a free laptop.
Yeah, no matter what it is, someone somewhere is giving it away, and also someone's trying to sell it for like $100,000.
That's true. That's why Facebook Marketplace is good.
Because there's no value to anything there. It's all made up.
Do you think you'll ever see like a footlong on Facebook Marketplace? Footlong Marketplace?
Wow.
It's like, oh, I really fucked this sandwich up. I don't like it. Like, someone want to take it off my hands? It's like, yeah, dude, I'll come by.
Dude, you have the idea to save Meta. It's not Marketplace. It's Farmers Marketplace.
Oh.
And it's just food.
Oh, dude, perfect.
Boom. They take down Uber Eats, and people flock back to the platform.
It makes so much sense. It's like, hey guys, like, I had to hit my minimum $40 threshold to get this Uber gift card. Who wants to split this enchilada with me?
Dinner's on me tonight, baby.
Oh, that's awesome. It's kind of like a meetup.com / like food share service. It's kind of cool.
Meetup, MEAT. Boom.
Wow.
That's what this is.
And
this is a meetup in person.
Dude, this is a meetup in person. So much meat in one studio.
Dude, I'm a thick slice. We should probably end the episode here. We are hitting the 44-inch mark.
Oh, dude. I love hitting the 44-inch mark with you. That means it's 45 because we got an ad. Actually, we took off ads. We don't have ads anymore.
This is ad-free for your listening pleasure.
Dude, we got so much money from Anchor that we stopped reading their ad. We said, you know what? Give it to the boys for free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This one's on us.
It's on us, Ty. Come split this footlong with Ty and Eric.
Meet us on Facebook Farmers Marketplace.
Exactly.
All right, breadheads. Thank you so much for listening to us on our 200th episode, 200.
Salute, my amigos. Oh shit, this is not Taco Bell podcast, my bad.
That's okay. If you do want to listen to us on our new Taco Bell podcast, you can follow the link in the description. JK, that doesn't exist. But looking forward to another 200 episodes with you, breadheads. Think fresh, everybody. Good night.